Hello friends, today we shall recap Arnold Schwarzenegger's American crime action movie, Eraser. Let's begin. John Kruger, a top U.S. Marshal for the Witness Security Protection Program, specializes in erasing high-profile witnesses by faking their deaths and assuming new identities for them. After erasing mobster-turned-informant Johnny Castiglione and his wife by finding few assassins in their home, John is assigned to protect Lee Cullen, a top executive at weapons firm Cyrus Corporation. Lee has informed the FBI that Cyrus executives have secretively funded the development of a sophisticated electromagnetic rifle that they plan to sell on the black market. Lee uploads data from the weapons development onto 2 CDs during an FBI sting operation, one for the FBI and one for herself. Lee's intrusion is detected by Cyrus Vice President William Donahue, who calls her to a meeting. Donahue kills himself after discovering Lee's secret camera. Lee delivers the disc to the FBI but declines John's offer to go into witness protection because she believes the FBI is ready to sacrifice her in order to get to the masterminds. On the orders of the conspiracy's leader, Under Secretary of Defense Daniel Harper, the FBI's disc is covertly swapped with a fake from one of the moles in the department. Lee is ambushed that night by assassins dispatched by Cyrus CEO Eugene Morhart. John saves Lee from the assassination, disappears with her and erases her, giving her a new identity and covering up her location even from Witness Security Protection Program. Meanwhile, multiple witnesses John previously assisted are being murdered as a result of information leaked by someone in Witness Security Protection Program. The agency is currently relocating all protected witnesses. Marshals Calderon, Schiff, and new recruit Monroe accompany John as he assists his old mentor. Marshal Robert DeGuerin raids a cabin and tries to rescue a witness from a team of assassins. When one of her prisoners reveals that he is the mole, DeGuerin kills him and murders the witness quietly and puts on an act like he is trying to save her from dying. DeGuerin drugs John as they fly back to DC, and John tries to warn Lee before passing out. Meanwhile, Lee immediately leaves the safe house after receiving the warning from John. DeGuerin kills Monroe with John's revolver, who tries to question for the ongoing events, framing John as the mole, when the alerting call is traced to New York City. DeGuerin explains that he, Calderon, and Schiff are coordinating with a wealthy customer who plans to purchase the electromagnetic rifles, revealing that he, Calderon, and Schiff are corrupt. John jumps out of the plane to save Lee from the same assassins that tried to kill her previously. John and Lee retreat via the Central Park Zoo, where John lets loose a swarm of alligators to capture and kill the assassins. DeGuerin has marked John and Lee as fugitives. Meanwhile, John and Lee invade Cyrus Corporation with Johnny's help and use Donahue's computer to decrypt Lee's second disc. The disc discloses that a massive cargo of electromagnetic rifles has been stored at the Baltimore docks. Sergei Ivanovich Petrovsky, the Russian mafia lord, aims to sell the weapons to terrorists. DeGuerin kidnaps Lee and takes her to the docks as the consignment is put onto Petrovsky's Russian-flagged cargo vessel. Johnny contacts his gangster cousin, Tony Two Toes, who controls the docks. Enraged that he has been left out of the deal, Tony has his men aid John. They try to kill Petrovsky, his thugs, Calderon, and Schiff. DeGuerin tries to shoot Lee during the struggle above the shipping container, but John comes to her help and disconnects the pulley system on the container crane, sending DeGuerin and the container to the ground and revealing the location of the electromagnetic guns. DeGuerin is secured by John, and he is detained by the authorities. This establishes John and Lee's innocence. DeGuerin, Harper, and Morhart are charged with treason a few weeks later. However, it rapidly becomes evident that in the absence of substantial proof, they will almost certainly be declared innocent in court. John fakes his and Lee's deaths in an explosion for their safety. DeGuerin, Harper, and Morhart leave in a limo that halts at a railway crossing after being freed. During the conversation, they get to know that John and Lee's death was a fake. Johnny, disguised as the driver, locks the doors and departs the car. DeGuerin gets a call from John, who says,
"You've just been erased."
Soon, a large freight train plows through the car seconds later, killing all 3 guilty men in a staged catastrophe. And that's how the movie comes to an end. Please subscribe for more movie recaps and thanks for watching.